After completing my studies of canids, I found myself drawn toward bears. While working on the canid family, I noticed that some species, like the bush dog, have a stocky build and short muzzle that almost give them the appearance of small bears. This resemblance made me curious about the real differences between these two groups and why, despite sharing certain traits, they belong to very different branches of the animal kingdom. It felt natural to continue my series with bears, exploring their forms while reflecting on what sets them apart from their distant lookalikes. The canid family is defined by their leaner bodies, long legs built for running, and a heavy reliance on pack behavior and social cooperation in hunting, like dogs, wolves, foxes, and jackals. Their dentition reflects their carnivorous diet with sharp teeth adapted for tearing meat, although many canids are surprisingly omnivorous. Bears, on the other hand, belong to the family Ursidae and are generally larger, heavier, and built for strength rather than speed. Their teeth are more generalized, reflecting their varied diets ranging from bamboo for giant pandas to berries, fish, and small animals for other bear species. Unlike most canids, bears are more solitary, relying on their own power and adaptability to survive. Even their movement is different. Canids usually move on their toes, while bears are walking flat-footed like humans. These contrasts make bears a rewarding subject to study because though they share a superficial resemblance with certain canids, their biology, ecology, and behavior tell a very different story. This first one that I'm drawing is obviously the giant panda. It is a truly iconic bear species native to the mountain ranges of central China. Easily recognized by its striking black and white coat, the panda has large black patches around its eyes, ears, and limbs, contrasting with a mostly white body. Despite being classified as a carnivore, its diet is overwhelmingly herbivorous, consisting almost entirely of bamboo, which it consumes in astonishing quantities to meet its nutritional needs. Giant pandas have a stocky rounded body, a short tail, and a distinctive pseudo-thumb and enlarged wrist bone that helps them grasp bamboo stalks efficiently. They are generally solitary animals relying on scent markings and vocalizations to communicate. Their calm, slow-moving nature combined with their expressive faces and unique color patterns makes them visually compelling subjects for study. Observing their structure, posture, and distinctive markings offer abundant inspiration for illustration, concept art, and even fantastical world building, where a bear-like creature could blend gentle strength with a unique visual identity. Next, I focused on the polar bear, the largest land carnivore and an emblem of the Arctic. Their elongated body and long neck distinguish them from other bears, adaptations that make them expert swimmers and hunters of seals on sea ice. Covered in dense white fur that camouflages them against snowy landscapes, their black skin beneath helps absorb heat from the sun. Their large, powerful paws are slightly webbed, enabling them to paddle efficiently through frigid waters, while their sharp claws and strong limbs allow them to traverse ice and snow with ease. Polar bears are primarily solitary and roam vast territories, making them symbols of endurance and survival. For illustration, their massive forms, streamlined proportions, and striking contrasts between snow-white fur and dark features offer excellent visual inspiration, whether for realistic studies, concept art, or imagining fantastical Arctic creatures in world-building projects. When it comes to drawing bears, I approach them mostly through quick studies like I always do with my zoological illustrations, focusing on capturing their overall forms, proportions, and characteristic poses. Bears have bulky, rounded bodies, powerful limbs, and expressive faces, so getting the general silhouette right is crucial before moving on to details. After sketching, I tried adding color, paying particular attention to their fur texture, which varies a bit between species, like the thick fluffy coat of the giant panda to the sleek water-resistant fur of the polar bear. I experimented with some textured brushes to represent their density, direction, and the layering of fur, trying to convey volume and softness while keeping the studies manageable in a short time. These exercises are not about creating perfect finished illustrations, but about understanding the animal's structure, posture, and unique features. I just hope working this way, each quick study becomes a building block for visual memory, helping me improve my ability to draw bears from imagination and use them as inspiration for future design projects. Then I tried to illustrate the spirit bear, also known as the Kermode bear, if I'm saying that correctly. It is a subspecies of the American black bear, yet its fur is not black. Instead, many individuals display creamy white or pale blonde coat, a rare genetic trait that makes them appear almost ghostly in the forests of British Columbia, Canada. Despite their unusual coloring, these bears share the same size, build, and general behavior as black bears, making them an interesting study in variation within a species. Studying the spirit bear also reminds me how variations within species can be inspiring for imaginative designs or storytelling, giving a mystical or rare quality to character based on real-life animals. Bears have long held a significant place in human culture, symbolizing strength, courage, and wilderness across societies. In many indigenous cultures of North America, for example, bears are revered as powerful spiritual animals, often associated with healing and protection. Similarly, in East Asia, bears appear in folklore and mythology as wise and sometimes fearsome creatures, embodying both danger and resilience. Beyond symbolism, bears have also played practical roles in human life. Historically, they were hunted for food, fur, and fat, which were used in traditional medicine and remedies. Folk medicine often incorporated bear parts such as bile or fat, believed to have healing properties, illustrating the deep connection between humans and bears in survival and ritual practices. In entertainment and literature, bears have been popular subjects, from fairy tales like Goldilocks to modern films and cartoons reflecting both fascination and fear. Real-life bear attacks, though rare, have influenced cultural attitudes, reinforcing their image as formidable predators. Astronomical traditions also feature bears. The constellations Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, or the Great and Little Bears, highlight the long-standing human tendency to associate these animals with cosmic patterns and mythic storytelling. These cultural, symbolic, and practical interactions show that bears are more than just wildlife. They are powerful figures in human imagination, tradition, and everyday life. For visual design, this rich tapestry of meaning offers endless inspiration, especially for creature design, for creating creatures that resonate with both realism and myth. My last study was on the grizzly bear. It is one of the most iconic subspecies of the brown bear, known for its impressive size, distinctive muscular hump over the shoulders, and the powerful build. Adult males can reach up to 680 kilograms in weight, while females are smaller but still formidable. Their fur ranges from light brown to almost black, often with silver-tipped guard hairs that give them the grizzled appearance that inspired their name. Grizzlies are native to North America, primarily found in Alaska, western Canada, and parts of the northwestern United States. They're omnivores, feeding on varied diet including berries, roots, insects, fish, and mammals, with salmon being an important seasonal food source in coastal regions. Grizzly bears are also highly territorial and solitary, though they may gather at abundant feeding sites such as salmon streams. For my page on bears, I chose to focus on just 4 bear species because while many bears share a similar overall structure and build, there's still remarkable variation in their appearance. Even within these 4, I encountered a surprising range of color patterns from the stark black and white of the giant panda to the creamy white of the split bear, the brown tones of the grizzly, and the snowy camouflage of the polar bear. Beyond color, the structural differences are also striking. The broad, stocky frame of a panda contrasts sharply with the leaner, elongated form of a polar bear adapted for swimming. By drawing these 4 species, I was able to explore both the shared characteristics and the unique adaptations that make each one special. So, sketching revealed details I might have never noticed otherwise, how there are different curves, or how fur lies across a shoulder, or subtle variations in posture and head shape. While we all have a general idea of what a bear looks like, actually trying to draw one forced me to think visually, and I quickly realized that I could not draw a convincing bear without consulting detailed references. This exercise was a win-win. I expanded my visual library while also gaining a much deeper understanding of bears, their anatomy and their diversity, their cultural significance. It was both like a technical study and a research project, like all my studies are, and I want to continue these when I have the time, so I hope to see you soon on my next species study.